I'm going to show you how to throw your hair half up with a few little braids, and it's going to look really sort of trendy but not overkill with the braids. I've got my hair curled with a curling iron. You can do this tutorial on straight or curly hair. If you want to see how my hair is curled, you can refer to the video I have on my blog, which I'll also list in this post. And then I'll also include the flat iron straight video because you can do this style with that hair texture also. So we're really only going to be working with the front of our hair on both sides, so everything from about the top of your head back, including all the way down and back, you're just going to leave how it is. So my hair's been styled today, so I've got a little bit of hairspray in there, and I teased it a little bit in the back, so I've got a little lift. So all you need to really loosen, if your hair is also styled like mine, is the front. So kind of everything in front of your ears is a good way to think about it. It doesn't matter if you pull some of those curls out because that's what's going to be braided. Have a few bobby pins on hand and a few duckbill clips like this, a comb, and then a little bit of hairspray. So grab a section, sort of just this section in front of your ear, all the way down to about there. And then the best way to kind of keep the rest of the hair out of the way is to just pin it back. I lost my section, there I am. But you don't want to do a jaw clip because sometimes that can leave a crease. So these duckbill clips are great for just sort of holding that hair out of your way. So you've got that section. And then let's go ahead. This hair has been bugging me all day anyway, so we'll throw that in with the braid. We'll divide that section. So take a little duckbill clip and just keep that out of the way. Okay, so let's start on this side. All you're going to do is do a loose little braid. Make sure you have your bobby pins ready to go. So you divide it in 3, top, middle, and bottom. And then we'll just do a braid. You don't want it to be super tight because you don't want it to look like a 5-year-old girl hairstyle, but just enough to where you get the braided effect. And you can go as far down as you possibly can go, and then we'll slip the little bobby pin in there so that'll hold. This style can be done on any length hair, even quite a bit shorter than mine, depending on how short your front layers are. Okay, so we've got our braid on that side. Just slip a little pin in about halfway through, and that'll hold the braid right there. We're going to do the same thing on this other side. I'm going to get a little comb in there. If you want to see how my bangs are styled, you can refer to the tutorial titled How to Style Your Bangs. I know, really creative, right? And I also have a video on there showing how to use a Quaj uplifting foam, which has been in my hair today. So we're going to do the same thing over here. 3 sections. And go over with the top, and then just begin our braid. If you're feeling really brave, you can French braid by just including some of the hair behind that initial section we took. But if you're not a French braid master, stick with just the plain braid. You'll get a very similar effect, maybe not quite as intricate, but still a braid nonetheless. Okay, so we've got that side braided. We're going to slip a little pin in here. It doesn't matter what direction, these are going to come out in the end. So that's being held right there. Please don't go out like this. This is not the finished look. You can take those clips down. Make sure you didn't leave any creases there, but that's no problem to go in with the curling iron or flat iron and fix those. So all we're going to do is grab the braids and go right over your hair and bring it to where it meets in the back, which for me, I'm kind of right at a good length where I can stick a pin in right there. So the bobby pins on the sides are going to be taken out, so don't worry about those. So I'm going to stick a pin in vertically, and then probably just for security I'm going to exit and go up like that. You can sort of pull this hair on top loose so you cover up the tops of those pins. So that's where we're at back there, and at this point, all you do is take out those 2 side pins. I'm going to be careful, make sure you don't pull those too hard. Okay, so that one went in the bottom, and then that one's coming up there. So from here, you can sort of pull it back a little bit tighter if you need to, now that you've pulled out those pins. And take a look at what's going on back there. And then if you need to secure it even more, you could throw a few bobby pins in right there. So this is a really easy way to pull your hair half up, but still keep a lot of lift at the crown, because none of this hair up here was included in pulling it half up. So I hope you enjoy it. Finish with a little bit of hairspray, and then if you've got any sections that are sort of falling out with the curl, just throw a little curl in there extra with the curling iron, and enjoy this tutorial. I'll give you one more side view, back view, and then the other side view. Alright, good luck. Comment with any questions.